The AMR is a fantastic choice when taking on the calamari scumbags. Once you have your aim dialed in, and I find using the 50-meter scope to be the optimal choice, folks, you can land pinpoint accurate shots on weak points on any Illuminate unit with ease. Harvester hip joints are a prime example here, dropping Watchers, Overseer variants, and perhaps most importantly, being able to mag dump into flesh mobs and stingrays makes this an incredibly versatile weapon. I find that pairing it in a rotation-based loadout really takes it up to the next level. Using the Scorcher and the dagger works great here. I'll put some footage on the screen now so you can see what I'm explaining being demonstrated. Essentially, you should focus on using the dagger exclusively to clear out voteless. It is incredibly effective at doing so due to the fire procs. The AMR works incredibly well, not only at picking off enemies like Watchers from a distance, but also Jet Overseers, and perhaps most importantly, it does serious work against flesh mobs and harvesters too. More on that later. What is surprising is the AMR also works incredibly effectively when you mag dump into targets, in the sense that not only is the damage sky high, but the accuracy is also surprisingly strong as well. I have found that switching between mag dumps on both the Scorcher and the AMR is highly effective at controlling the battlefield, and once you've got comfortable with the rotation between all three weapons, you can manage your ammo really effectively. The laser cannon is one of your go-to weapons when facing off against the Illuminate Scum. With infinite ammo, pinpoint accuracy, and the recent changes to how fire damage works, it's tailor-made for melting the Illuminate very swiftly. What makes the las cannon truly shine is the infinite ammo as long as you manage the heat sinks, which, when done correctly, allows you to keep up the pressure non-stop. It is incredibly precise, making precision placement on weak spots incredibly easy, even at long range. Given the aforementioned changes on how fire damage works, the laser cannon can work incredibly well on its own. However, when you start considering the laser cannon in conjunction with other fire proccing weapons at large, you can do some incredible things. It elevates the status even further, however, when we combo with gas. Stratagem and grenade wise, this means gas focused picks like the gas dog, the gas grenades, and or orbital gas strike. They all fit really well. Personally, I go with the gas dog rover, set it and forget it, and it usually does more than enough. You could also throw in gas grenades, especially because you don't need siege ready armor here. You'll never need to reload. With your gas dog and gas grenade CCing and dotting the masses, you could start layering fire in with laser cannon, and this playstyle absolutely melts hordes. Laser cannon performs exceptionally well against most Illuminate enemies. Stingrays get melted, as the flesh mobs, provided you use the tech explained previously. Harvester shields do pop quickly and they do go down with laser cannons, but I would say that backing them up with a stratagem and a pyro grenade or two is your choice here, folks. But what about Leviathans? These things have been really causing havoc since their implementation. The one-shot threat they bring to the table is a constant tension, and this is further exacerbated when we play on planets with large open areas. With that in mind, this next slot is going to focus on the spear, but I'm going to also caveat this by saying if you're going this route, you may as well lean into a fully anti-tank capable loadout. So let's change things up and take a look at an incredibly flexible and potent anti-tank style setup. Grab the anti-tank emplacement, the Emancipator mech, and a spear to become every Leviathan and heavy Illuminate presence's worst nightmare. You are literally a wrecking ball, and if you rotate your stratagem sensibly, your team will love you for dealing with the bigger threats whilst they implement a more holistic approach to bringing down the calamari scumbags. 4 spear shots can take out a Leviathan from the sky, and if you're doing some sort of objective hold, don't be afraid to throw the second spear down for one of your teammates to either help you out with shots themselves, or grab the backpack and do some team reload tech to speed things up. Very fun. The auto cannons on the mech also make short work of not only heavy threats, but they can also hammer down Leviathans, and on a repel mission, they are excellent against masses of UFOs. If you'd rather peel things back a little bit, you can take the laser cannon and implement the tech. This will make things a bit more balanced, but you'll also have the anti-tank ability to lean into here. You can combo this approach with the Scorcher, which does excellent damage to all Illuminate enemies, or if you prefer a more Call of Duty style approach, grab the Liberator Penetrator, get it maxed and slap on the drum mag along with the optimal ergo and recoil control attachments and have a blast. Despite Helldivers running on a fairly old game engine, it never ceases to amaze me how utterly epic and beautiful this game can look. The sinews exploding everywhere when we torch a little squirmy Terminid to death, it all just looks absolutely insane. That's why I'm excited to be partnering with Apex Gaming PCs. If you're thinking about upgrading your setup, Apex Gaming PCs has got you covered. Whether you need a high-powered rig for massively demanding games like Monster Hunter Wilds, or you just want things to run buttery smooth, they've got pre-built and custom systems that can handle it all. Plus, there's some solid discounts going on right now, so if you've even been considering an upgrade, now is a great time to check them out. And don't forget to use code FaZe at checkout for a 5% discount. The links are in the description below. The 4th and the 5th slot are actually a selection of 3. I have lumped all the machine gun choices together here for a fine choice for support weaponry against the Calamari scumbags. The choice here is really yours to make, folks. Grab the Stalwart on maximum RPM and you can put out a lot of damage with the added bonus that you will have no penalty for reloading. The drawback here is that your support weapon cannot really deal with harvesters effectively other than taking the shields off fast. Therefore, the MG43 and the MG206 may be more to your liking in that regard. You have the same excellent performance against flesh mobs in the rotation that was just mentioned, and you are able to put down harvesters and stingrays minus having the ability to reload on the move. If you want the ultimate pairing to your primary choice to rip through all of the Illuminate's old and new units and ensure that any weaknesses are fully covered, the HMG 206 is back and in full effect. This monster makes incredibly short work of stingrays and harvesters and does very admirable work against the flesh mob. Slap some peak physique armor if you struggle with aiming, but if you get savvy with this weapon, it's not necessary, folks. Slow down the fire rate if you need to, but of course, if you really want to put this to the maximum of its potential, then you need maximum RPM for the fastest and most devastating results. What I want to know is, what are your favorite support weapons to take against the Illuminate Scum? In fact, let's make this interesting. List your top 3 support weapon choices with a bit of reasoning around why in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, and only if you have, please do slap the like button and sub to the channel to keep informed. It really helps me out. Check out this next video. It's got you covered. Take care of yourselves, keep having fun, come check out a stream on YouTube or Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one.